Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
And that's during the mission.
The humanitarian situation is actually quite a unique phenomenon. It's nothing like any other humanitarian situations I've seen in other countries. Most of the affected population have fled the villages into the bush and sometimes just a few kilometers from the villages in order to protect themselves from the armed elements. This is a very traumatized population, and some of them have been displaced repeatedly in the past years. While security and peace are critical to addressing the challenges of the country, humanitarian response continues to be required, and I cannot stress that enough. And unfortunately, there may be increasing requirement because of the continuing flare-ups of violence and the lack of recovery initiatives. A major concern is the lack of funding for humanitarian work. Funding has decreased significantly in 2009 compared to previous years. The current requirement of the appeal is $97 million, and it was revised down from $116 million, not because of reducing need, but because of the lack of funding to date, and some of the agencies simply decide to take the projects off the list.
Because they are in the bush.
The international community should also be encouraged to support the efforts of the government to develop a legal framework to assist IDPs. I was actually quite struck by the lack of international pressure on the government in terms of its responsibility to provide both humanitarian assistance and protection to displaced population. And I think the international community needs to continue to be engaged for long-term recovery and development.
Jingam ram, rome.